ladies and gentlemen, Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to Threedom Park. That is gonna get very difficult to say eventually. Last episode I said I was going to take care of benches, trash cans, and the works. I did all that. I hired all of our staff. We actually don't need a lot of mechanics to take care of this park, which is really nice. However, we do need quite a few handymen to cover everything, because as small as this park is, it's pretty big. We have a lot of walkways that kind of split off and do their own thing, and with some of this verticality, like right here, it takes like 3 handymen to handle this kind of junction without them getting stuck and not being able to get to certain paths. But anyway, I took care of all that, and I also came up with a couple ideas for things to do this episode. I mentioned I wanted to do one more group of 3. Well, that's a given. Everything is a group of 3 in this park. But one more kind of gentle thrill ride group of 3. And then we're going to start on our first set of physical, like, custom rides. And I already have names for them, and I don't quite have a location, but whatever we end up doing is going to be pretty cool. But for this set, we're going to do a merry-go-round, a circus show, and then space rings. Basically, I was going to do merry-go-round and circus show together, because those just seem like a match made in heaven, and I couldn't think of what else to do. And so I was thinking about doing like a hedge maze, but that really didn't quite fit once I started kind of playing around with it in my head. But space rings will work, and one nice thing about this is that these are all 3 wide, so they'll look really nice. What I wanted to do here is gonna hopefully look pretty cool. We're gonna offset these ever so slightly. And did that just delete what I just placed? It totally did, so that was a waste. Yeah, so that's gonna go right there with the entrance right in the middle. Actually, we're gonna bring this all up 1. I think that's gonna end up working better. All right, so entrance in the front, exit in the back. And I know that's gonna look strange, but we might actually move that exit here in a sec. This might not be perfectly symmetrical, but it's gonna be pretty darn close. We're gonna go ahead and do, I just passed over it, merry-go-round. And I don't want these to just be a straight line of 3. That to me doesn't look good. So what we're gonna do instead is offset them ever so slightly. I think it'll look kind of cool, and it'll also, I don't know, it'll make it feel more like a semicircle, and to me that really ties them all in together, which I think I'll like a lot. And we're going to do a mirror image of that with our circus show. All of these need to be facing front, and so that's offset by 1 right there. Perfect. And we also have supports on these and not on this, which I think still kind of looks cool. And I think it'll look all better, or it'll all look much better once we get, I just lost my train of thought. Once we get our paint jobs going. There we go. Okay, so for these, let's go ahead and name them first before we get all the lines, because the names are going to kind of dictate the color scheme. So Circus Show 1, Space Rings 1, and Merry-Go-Round 1, in that order. We're going to be naming Thing 1, Thing 2, and you guessed it, Thing 3. If you haven't seen Dr. Seuss, then this probably makes no sense, but they're from Dr. Seuss. They're little, I don't even know what you'd call them, little creature people things. I don't have a clue. But they look really goofy. Really, really goofy. Okay, so that's, oh, perfect. Yes, this will work perfect. Okay. So this is going to have to slope down here on all of these. There we go. All right, so these lines are going to be kind of long, but I don't really care as much. I'm more going for aesthetics. So we'll bring this down, what, to here? Oh, I didn't even plan for this, but this looks so cool. I wasn't sure what I had planned, but I think that looks awesome. And what if we start, like, I don't know how much theming we can do, especially without having any money put into scenery and theming. And speaking of which, let me do this real quick. We've been getting complaints that we don't have any food in our park, and that's because we don't have the ability to place food unless they want to eat balloons, which I don't think is good. So this is a perfect time, since we just unlocked something. I'm going to uncheck everything except shops and stalls until we get at least one, or not at least one, until we get one food item, and then, or a food stall, and then we'll go back to having everything checked. Well, what we just had checked. Okay. For the exits, I do still want them all going towards... I want them all together. So... Oh, if we can do this with supports, I think it'll look way better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry, I was trying to think how that was going to look. I think that looks pretty nice. So we'll have this exit just go... I guess we can go all the way down here. That works out real nice. Cool. Simple fix. And since all of our exits are together, this is making doing mechanics so easy. And honestly, it's cost effective. I don't know why I don't do this more often. I always have the exits meet up or be close to each other. It just seems like it would be so much better. We're going to name this guy all of the things. You can see we've named all of our other mechanics. We split up Hear No Evil and Speak No Evil and See No Evil into 2 separate mechanics. And then we got our Wink and Blink and a Nod, A House Is Not a Home, and now All the Things. Which I think are, they're fun. Fun little names. I kind of neglected to name my staff in our last park, but it's something that is definitely good to do. Yeah, this keeps popping up. Guests are hungry and can't find a place to eat. That's because there is no place to eat. So shame on me for that. I thought our staff costs were going to end up being quite a bit more than they are right now, but they're not more than they are, as obvious as that is. We already have someone covering part of this, but we'll double dip there. That's fine. Okay, back to thing 1, 2, and 3. So things 1 and 2, there's not a thing 3, I don't believe, but thing 1 and 2, they have like red. What are they? They look almost like onesie pajamas. Red onesie pajamas with a white circle in the middle that says thing 1 and thing 2, or it's where the text is. So thing 1 and thing 2, I don't know, disregard which one's painted what, but thing 3 and thing 1 are both going to be red and white because they have the same similar striped design on the top, and I think that looks really nice. And I don't know why I haven't opened these yet. I'm just wasting potential money right now. Okay, so thing 1 and thing 3 are painted. Thing 2, I kind of want to make partially blue because things 1 and 2 have bright blue, just crazy hair, and I think that's a little too dark of a blue. So if we do that, I think that looks kind of cool. It really, yeah, if you just picture a thing from Dr. Seuss, that's the look I'm going for right here. Very cool. All right, this isn't going to be the most profitable section in our park, but that will hopefully get remedied soon by what we're about to start building, which I think will be pretty awesome. I don't quite know how I'm going to design it yet, but I do have something pretty cool in mind that I think you guys will enjoy. All right. Thing 1 through 3 are good enough for me. And we've got the music already from the Ferris wheel? Not Ferris wheel, merry-go-round. So we're keeping on with the one kind of song per area. We've got our rock style 2. We got our, what is this, summer or gentle? Summer. Then I think we have gentle over here. Yeah, I like this. This park is coming together, guys. Slowly but surely. Given it's only the second episode, we still have 4 more episodes to go after this one. So this park is going to be... I'm really looking forward to it. I'll leave it at that. All right. Whoa, that startled me. Whew. I just jumped. Okay. We don't have any food yet. Still no food. That's unfortunate. Do we have something on the way? Hat stall. I don't want hats. Unless they're edible hats. Okay, enough of that. We're going to do 3 water rides, all next to each other. At the time I came up with this idea, we didn't have a water slide. So that might be cooler than what I had in mind. We're going to do a river ride, and originally I was thinking park with the worst food in the country. Cool. We were going to do a river ride with 2 log flumes. Again, we're going to do the 3 synchronized adjacent station launch mode style. So the river ride is still going to be in the middle, but then the log flumes were going to be on either side of it. But now that we have a water slide as well, we might do one of each. That could be kind of cool. Hold on, I gotta remember what my names were. So since these are... Actually, no, I'm not gonna give it away. I'm gonna hang on to those names until it comes time to name them. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do one of each. I need to find a place for it, though. Originally, I was thinking it would have been cool to do over the water, but we kind of already took up that space. That and this project is going to be quite a bit bigger than I'm thinking. So, ooh, I'm seeing a spot right now. What if we start it right here with the stations running like this length, and then kind of have them lift up a little bit, turn around, and go back this way, and then use some of this space for the bulk of the ride, and then they can connect back up either over this path right here or under, sorry, not path, track. Over this track or under this track. It's still very accessible. So that's looking like what we're going to do. We're going to have to delete a couple trees here. Not a huge deal. But I'm about to build something that's brand new, and we haven't even looked at this yet. All right, so again, we're not really going to look at the construction, but other info, as well as creating a gentle-themed river ride. This ride can be used to create a thrilling splash ride if a steep drop is designed into the layout. So if you've ever been to a park that has like a... Usually the exits of these rides are going right over the ride itself, and so as you exit, you can go stand on the bridge with a fence, and as they drop down and splash you, things just get crazy. And we might actually try to incorporate that if we can. I think that could be really cool. So I'm thinking right here is a good middle spot to start. And this one, we're going to have to do pretty much anytime you do 3 adjacent stations. The part that the game sees as adjacent is the front. So the fronts have to be lined up. So always the middle one is going to have to be longer. You can see like they did here with Hear, See, and Speak No Evil. The middle one's longer because you have to be able to get track back to the edges, needing at least 2, a 2x2 square there for either an incline track or a turn. So yeah, we're going to need to make this 3 longer than everything else. So we'll get the stations built first, just so we can kind of see what space we're working with. All right, and that is the max length for that station. Okay, and then the log flume, we're going to do it on... I don't know. I guess we'll do it on this side. Is that the same height? I think it is. 13. No, it's not actually. I'm glad I checked that. Okay, so we actually need to raise this up by 1 right there. That would have been bad if I built the entire ride at the wrong height. There we go. That looks better. All right, and so this one will go out the back with 3 to spare? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we'll stop right there because that gives us 1, 2, and then 3 is the one that's flashing right now. Perfect. Oh man, this is gonna be cool. And then our water slide is going here. And we are going to do synchronized launch, like I said, but I don't think that they're gonna be able to be lined up at all in synchrony because they're 3 different coasters. The water slide would have to be ridiculously long in order to make it the same length in time, at least, as a log flume or a river ride, which I'm assuming travels the same speed as log flume. Maximum track slope is 60 degrees. This is 25. Okay, so we can do the really steep drops on this one. That'll be cool. Okay, this is going to be so much fun to build. All right, so... Okay, so we can only do steep declines, not steep inclines. That's kind of cool and realistic. I want to see what the supports are like on this. I'm not going to be doing this, but... Okay, so they can go decently high, but not too high. We have another shop stall on its way. Come on, we need food. Our guests are going to get antsy and hangry, which I'm not okay with. Okay, so I don't want to make this front area of our park look incredibly busy. So I want to do what I said and kind of turn it and have it go back this direction and then do the bulk of its crazy over here. I'm thinking we're going to build these one at a time just so we can get them open and start making money, because building... Oh, you can only do wide turns. That's actually kind of cool. I say I'm going to build these one at a time right as I decide I want to do something different here. So if we take this up as well... Oh, it's already too high for supports. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. All right, so these can only do wide turns. That's interesting. I want to do an S-bend to the left here to get not on top of coaster. All right, so now that that's S-bent to the left... We'll need to bring this one around. I'm not going to build them simultaneously, but I kind of need to think about them simultaneously. They're all going to kind of do their own thing, I'm thinking, until they get over here. And then they're going to kind of mix and mingle, and I think that'll be the cool-looking part. All right, so this will go here. Let's do not a steep drop, but just a little something to whet their appetite. No pun intended. All right, and then we're going to bring this up and get ready for kind of the big drop. All right, so we're at 19, 20, 21, and the land here, can we do? Yes, we can. All right, so that's at 21. The highest part here is 14, so we're looking at about 11 where we cross it. So let's go a little higher, go straight for a few, and then we'll start out with a massive, well, kind of massive, not super massive, drop. Ooh, I kind of want that to be even more intense. That's not a big enough drop, in my opinion. All right, so we'll max this out as far or as high as it can go. Oh, hot dog stall. Yes. Put this on pause. We need to build a couple hot dog stalls real quick because people are freaking out. Oh, that's a hat. Look at that. Oh, man, that's cool. I want to get these hot dog stalls in real quick just to have them. But probably off camera before next episode, I'm going to build some of those hat stalls. And we'll do our rainbow again. I think that could look really cool, having guests wearing rainbows on their head. It sounds ridiculous, but I think it could be really cool. All right, so we'll just do like 4 or 5 of these. I say just, that's actually quite a few, but we'll do one over here. Right there, looks good. And yeah, we'll do a 5th one. We'll bring it back over. Actually, let's do one over here. Kind of centrally. There we go. All right. Hot dog stalls are done. Hopefully people stop complaining about not having food anywhere. Okay, so we're going to start this one off with a huge drop. That looks really cool. I thought I could continue going down that slope a little bit, but I can't, so we're just going to flatten it out. And I do not want to turn it right away, because that would be bad. That would be very bad indeed. And I'm wanting to incorporate... Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to in this park. Doing like a line that goes over top it. That could be really cool, but I don't think it's going to end up happening just based on where we're going to be running our lines. So that might have to take a back seat. But we'll take this straight for a little bit. That's going to be the main drop. We'll have a couple more, probably. But we need to start basically defining the area that we're going to work within. I don't want to go too much further back because we could easily do another couple coasters back here. And I want to utilize that space as best as we can. Can we actually go? No, not at all. Ooh, but if we do an S-bend to the left and then one of these, that still doesn't work. So never mind. That's too many S-bends for my taste. All right, so we'll have these go here, and then I want them to intermingle or kind of weave between themselves, but also with each other. And so in order to accomplish that while building these one at a time, I kind of need to leave... Ooh, that's kind of cool. I kind of need to leave a lot of open space. So we could easily get something down and back out of that. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I don't want to make things too crowded because, well, at least with each individual coaster. It's eventually going to get very crowded because we're going to have 3 coasters or water rides in this area, which I think will be awesome. All right, so if we do that up to 17, that's the same height as this, which could actually look really cool if we run it alongside it. Yeah, that's cool looking. And then we'll have to turn to get out, but for a brief time, or a brief few seconds, they're running right next to each other. Oh, and then this is perfect. We leave ourselves enough height or enough clearance to be able to run path to this, which is probably where we're going to connect it up, or somewhere in this general area. Not quite sure. But this needs to kind of make its way back soon. So let's start heading back. We'll do an S-bend to the left if we can. No, that's going to... Okay, so we'll go straight for one and then do that. And then we need to clear this and get down to 14. So where does this line up? We're not quite where we need to be, but we're not far off, which is actually really nice. So we'll take this down to 14, and then I don't think I'm right where I need to be. No, I need to do, I think, 2 S-bends. So we'll go ahead and get those in. One more S-bend. Is it this tree? Is it that tree? Is it that tree? There we go. That actually looks really cool. It's so simple, but I really like that. It's got a nice menacing drop there. Oh, I love it. That's really cool. And that's just one of our 3 water rides. We're probably only going to have time to finish this one in this episode, but we'll work on the next 2 in the following episodes, or hopefully just episode. Hopefully I can get the other 2 built. I'm a little bit more familiar with how those work than I am with a river ride. But look at that. We can have 9 boats with 16 passengers per boat. That is insane. That's crazy. All right. I need to kind of run my entrance and exits somewhat. I don't even know how this is going to work. I have no idea. So the exit's going to have to go on that side. And I kind of want my exits to all run together. Ooh, and if we did... Hold on. This is going to be kind of cool, I think. So we'll actually have one tile right there with a no entry sign in front of it. And we'll actually make this one, we'll make it blue for all the water that's going to be in this park, or in this zone. Actually, let's make it the color of water. There we go. Simple fix. All right, so all of our exits are going to connect up right there. I think that'll be a nice solution to make these look good still. So this exit is actually, it needs to go this direction, because otherwise it would interfere with getting back to the station, which we can't have. All right, so I need height marks on paths for sure. So we're at 12, and this is at 13. Okay, so we can easily go under there, and then probably one more so we don't just get rid of supports. Another one. Oh, there's coaster in the way. Okay, this might be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. But this will look kind of cool when it's all done. All right, so we need to get up to 13, was it? Is that lined up where we need to be? No, but that is. Oh, and that's perfect, because that lines us up right here. Does that connect up? I think it does. Does that work? Nope, underground view. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. That's kind of a long exit, but this one right here and this one right here will connect up to that path and then probably to this path. Oh, yeah, this is going to be kind of difficult. We'll probably end up building these one at a time, at least the lines. I said I was going to run them all together, but now I don't think I'm going to, because it's going to just complicate things even further. Okay, so for these, they need to connect up. Oh boy, I don't even know where. 1, 2. No, that doesn't work. I don't know where these can connect. Maybe this won't be a no entry sign and we can actually connect them up to this. That could work. So let's try running this out to here, flattening it down. And something else is going to need to go... Oh, not what I meant to do. This entrance is going to have to go on this side, the kind of outer edge. So if we leave that one tile right here, we can easily connect it up right there. And then this one can run down through the trees and then come up and connect right here. Okay, so scratch the no entry sign. I'm not seeing a good place to connect these up. So as soon as we get that line there, people should start wanting to go this way. Oh, cool. All right. We're going to test this and it's not going to be super exciting because it's a water ride. We're not going to watch it like we normally do, or at least not intently, but you can watch it up here if you'd like. I'm going to be watching it too, but let's get this area beautiful. Add a couple benches and trash cans per usual. Not too many trash cans because we don't have any stalls over here. There we go. All right. My naming scheme for these, I'll go ahead and, again, I'm only going to reveal one at a time. So we're going to start out with River Ride. Why is it River Ride 2? Did I mess up and build a river ride somewhere? I don't know why it's River Ride 2. If anyone knows and I'm missing something, please let me know. But for this, we're actually going to name it Tall Falls. And I know that doesn't sound that cool yet, but it will be cool once we add the other two. And I think it's kind of a funny trio of names. I was very proud of myself when I came up with it, if I'm to toot my own horn a little bit. Oh man, I really want to see this. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. And that's the perfect amount of straightaway. It doesn't quite slow down to nothing by the time it starts turning, but it's pretty slow to where it's not, like, ridiculous. But yeah, this is definitely moving at the same pace as a log flume. So I think this is a pretty decent ride as far as length goes, especially since, again, each boat can hold 16 passengers. But for this, we're going to make all of these look fairly realistic. So it's all going to be, brown boats, and what do we do? White seats. I think that looks really nice. And then we've got the same color browns here. Yeah, actually, what does white interior look like? I don't know if I like that. I don't think I do. Actually, we'll keep that, and we'll make the supports brown. I think having kind of wooden supports on all these is going to look much better than our alternative options. I just changed the boat, not the support. Not what I meant to do. Let's try a couple different support. Ooh, I think I like that one better, actually. Yeah, we're going with that wood. And then the white actually kind of pops, because otherwise it would just be brown all around, which looks kind of drab and boring. Not purple, white. There we go. All right, Tall Falls. I think it's ready to be opened. I really want to see what kind of stats this thing gets. It's almost back to the end, so we'll wait for it to finish, get stats, price it, and call this episode there. I think this is going to be probably one of my favorite sections of this park, just by the colors alone. And I guess I could already start by painting the other ones the same, just so I don't forget. So we did that brown and then white on the inside. Same thing there for our log flume. And then for water slide 1, we'll do... I guess we can still do the same thing. I think it'll look pretty cool. We'll do white bottoms on that. And then we'll keep the white, or at least that's gray. We'll try the white, though. See if that looks any better. It might be a little bit too harsh. So we might actually just do gray on that. We'll do white for now. We don't have any track to really see what it looks like yet. Oh, man. So far, this seems like it's going to be pretty popular. Oh, look at that. That is so good. People will ride this all day. Sorry, I'm reading that and this, but that's pretty cool. Wooden twister roller coaster. An intensity of 3.3 and excitement of 5.4. Oh, that's good. This section of our park is going to be so cool. Oh, man. And I'm actually okay with having the entrance all the way at the back. Because, I mean, this is a long enough ride that we're still probably going to have people waiting for a boat to return. And maybe they can work off all those hot dogs that we just put into our park. You never know. But all right, guys, I think that's where we're going to end it for this episode. I don't really have the time to start on 2 new coasters, but I'm really excited to see how this all turns out when it's all said and done. I think it could be really cool, and I hope you guys are excited for it. But all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, and until then, as always, take care.